Hello, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm Amy or Potatotatata. So today I'm going to go back to when I was in school and just talk about my experiences of what I could have done in school or high school, what I could have done better, so my present me could have a better life experience, better circumstances. You know what I'm trying to say. So they say that school is where your social skills are developed, and it's basically like a foundation for what will happen to you in the following years, especially after you graduate from school. But in my case, I had fallen into the hands of depression at the age of 13, 14, beginning of 8th grade. So basically, I couldn't do much. My entire school life was gone down the drain. I didn't do much. I might not be saying anything new. But like I said, these are all from my personal experiences. Let's just start, shall we? What happened was, I had changed school after 4th grade, so I had to do 5th grade in another school. 5th grade onwards, I was in another school. So, that in a way was a little scary for me because one, I was a kid, so I have no idea what's going to happen because everything is going to be new. So it was a brand new experience for me because new people, new surround, new environment. So the one thing that I wished I did was to be less cautious and conscious, because the people I was around with, I don't want to say that they were intimidating, but at the beginning I was quite shy because since everything is so new to me, I didn't want to create a bad impression, and at that time I had no concept of what I had to present to these people, how I should open up to them. So I was you can say I was shy, introverted, and a little reserved. I just didn't talk to anyone at the time. I was very careful of what I should say because and not to creep anyone out. Like how some people are, where they just open up easily. I wasn't like that time. I was a bit too shy to open up. So I'm a little scared. It created an impression that I'm too, according to me, what I felt, that I was a bit too boring to hang out with because I was quiet the entire time and all by myself, like a loner, you can say. I wasn't opening up to anybody. So in a way, it was hard for others to approach me, and as well as I wasn't approaching to anyone. So that's another thing which I wish I could have handled in a better way. What I really should have done was to be more open, regardless of being judged or not, and just, be more expressive, which I didn't do at all because I was so reserved. The reason why at the beginning I was so reserved was I was in a school with barely any kids, okay? It had less than 100 kids or around 100 kids, you can say. So there weren't many kids. So from in my class, when I was in 4th grade, before I migrated to this school, my class only had 2 kids. That was just me and this one guy. So from 2 students, I entered a class with 30 students. So that was a scary moment for me because I didn't know how to handle that many people in one class. This felt like a little competition, because being in a group of 30 whenever you're giving an exam or a test, it's like you're competing with one another who will be at the top. With just 2 kids, it didn't feel like anything because it's just you and another person. It's like you're like a partner. When with 30 kids, It's like, there's a lot of responsibility, you can say, on you from your parents that, oh, you need to get better marks, you need to get A grade, at least 90 or 80% in your exams. Being in that environment, I was a little worried that, oh my god, how will people see me? I don't want to create a bad impression on them. I wanted to make friends, but I wasn't able to. I wasn't able to express myself in a way so people could like me. I could imagine all of it. Like, I used to go home and be, oh, I should do this. I would plan things out and be like, okay, tomorrow I will go to this person and do this. I will go to that person and do this, and we can become friends, become BFFs. But it didn't work out. But there's one thing though, when I started school, my first day, these group of girls, one of them came to me and says, hey, she introduced me to every single person in the class, and I had a group of 4 or 5 girls, and we were together all the time. So that was my friend circle at that time. So I'm still in touch with them. So that's a good thing. So, but it wasn't enough for me. I wasn't satisfied. I just didn't want to be hated. I didn't want people to dislike me. So that mentality sort of kept me at the back. This is the second point. To be more open, regardless of being judged. And be more expressive. Don't shut yourself down like me. And then later suffer and say, oh, I don't have friends. I still don't. Growing up, I've always been around art, theater, music, dance. Those were my strong points at that time. I would love singing and dancing, art especially. So these sort of anything to do with performing arts. Not theater though, I'm not good with acting. Creative arts or something like that. I think I'm not getting the right words. But yeah. The thing which I didn't do was to be more confident in what I'm good at. If I'm good at drawing, which was my main interest, that time I wanted to be an artist. So art was something that I genuinely enjoyed. So I used to draw most of the times. Whenever we had projects and other stuff like that, I wouldn't bring myself up to take part in it. I wouldn't volunteer to do these things. And then later on I would just regret that, oh shit, why didn't I do it? Just made me feel like, now I won't be appreciated for what I'm good at. But in science, there are a bunch of diagrams that we had to make, and since some of us were good at drawing, including myself, there were students who weren't that great, so they would just come to you and be like, hey, would you help me out? And I would happily help them. I would draw for them. What harm could it do? I didn't feel like it was a bad thing at all. I'm helping somebody, and it's in my nature. I give more regardless of receiving anything or not. I never got a chance to show off my skills, basically, and I got to do it later on when I started singing. That was around, I'm forgetting, I think it was around 7th or 8th grade when I started singing. That was when I started writing lyrics. I started songwriting, by the way, that time, because I was depressed, and for me to let go of these emotions, these feelings, I used to write songs. I don't have any of those songs or words right now. I don't want them because they were so emo. I just wasn't confident in myself that I should go to my teacher and be like, sir or ma'am, I want to take part in a competition, I want to do a solo. I never took the initiative. I just watched everyone go ahead and do it. But I would just sit back and be like, I'm just here to enjoy the show. I wasn't confident in my own skills. So kids, if you're good at something, just show it off. Not in a narcissistic way. Show people what you got. Even if you're an introvert, just at least, even if it's like even if we show it off, even if you present it to a small group of people, later on, just of self-validation. Later on, you can just it will keep increasing, and it will make you feel good. Actually, it will make you feel good and more confident and comfortable with it. So another thing that I did in school was I was dependent on others for not exactly everything, but sort of most of the things. Like in my last point, I wasn't confident enough to do anything. So that's why I used to follow people around and watch them do it. That's what I did. I just followed people around and watched them do things or do things with them or for them. That's all I did. I just didn't do anything on my own because in the back of my head I felt like I didn't want people to think of me as a cocky person, and in a way I'm glad it didn't, because a lot of validation can lead you to, like, depending on who you are and how you grow up, your nature, things can change you. So yeah, but then I was so dependent on others and everything. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, even I'll do it. If you're doing it, I'll do it. It was like that. It wasn't like, oh, I want to do it for myself. Because it motivates you. When you do something for yourself, it makes you feel good and it boosts your confidence. Usually, people don't really hang out with introverts because they're so shy and so they won't open up. They like to hang out with people who are popular and who hang out with a large group of people. I wasn't like that. So doing things for oneself would boost your confidence and make you feel good. And since I wasn't around popular kids, or I used to be around my own circle, it would help me, gain more confidence to make new friends. So another thing is to look for opportunities to grow myself and not do it for somebody else. Because that's what all I was doing. I was helping others and I wouldn't do anything for myself. If my classmate wanted any help, I'd help them out. But if it's something to do with myself, I'd be like, nah. So it was like that. Now if I think about it, it felt like I was this stepping ladder and everybody would step on me and I was just helping them. So actually I did go to art classes. I even went for dance classes, but after a while I just dropped because I lost interest. So instead of looking for opportunities, I was just helping others look for opportunities. Back then, if I could have done these things, I would have a better perspective on things, better, you can say, experience on things. You would have contacts and stuff. I don't know if it's relevant or not, but yeah, like, I think it would. And also it would look good on your resume or CV. So yeah, grow yourself, look for opportunities, gain as many experience as you want. So later on, when you look for a job, you will have somewhat a clear view of things or what you want to do. I struggled like most people. You might too. So yeah. During my high school, that is when your parents would be like, it's time to build your CV. I didn't do any of that. It was later on, after I graduated high school and I wanted to apply for, internships and all. I didn't have much to show. I was just, I'm a university student. Can I get an internship? And they'd be like, yeah. What do you want? What kind of experience do you have? Like, I don't know, for some reason these internships want to know what kind of experience you have. I mean, you for experience, you're joining the internship because you want experience, but then you'll be like, yeah, but you need some experience. How am I supposed to get an experience when I'm joining your establishment for experience? Parents are like that too. It's like a vicious cycle, you know. I don't know if at what age most people, I won't say higher, but then maybe, you know, money should at that time. I think around that time, whenever you're in school, I don't know, like in different countries it's different, but in India, you're basically living with your parents, so experience is more handy than money, especially when you're in school. Maybe after school, then your parents expect you to start earning a bit just to satisfy yourself and your parents, so they won't, you know, hassle you later on that you didn't do all of this, you should have. Especially in some of the colleges, they ask you for you know, like ECA quotas and stuff, so you can do that. Your parents want you to have a stable life. They're all doing it for your future, but as kids you'll be like, they're just pestering me, you know, they don't understand me at all. You know, those teenage angst phase. Last but not the least, choose your friends wisely. Whether it's short term or long term, it will affect you. You need to be around good people, not just because people come and go. That's a fact. People come and go. You need to be around good people who motivate you, help you grow, and just basically they're there for you in your good and bad days. Even though I did have people around me, for some reason it didn't feel like they were my friends. I don't know if it's something to do with my depression. I felt like they were using me, and basically I was just an extra person just for them to, you know, just use and throw. The reason why I struggled making friends was because I wasn't really making friends. I just wanted to be around a group of people because I didn't want to be alone. I have a fear of loneliness because of my childhood experiences. Like, honestly speaking, I didn't have anyone. I was alone. I didn't welcome anyone. I didn't open up to them. It's like they didn't give me any chance to open up because the way they were, I was just scared. What would happen if I did open up? Would they leave me? I'm an observant person, so according to whatever I'm seeing, according to that I'm behaving. I wasn't really myself. I was acting in a way to please them. Even if you make one or two close friends, even a best friend, you can say that's good enough. You don't need to have a group of good friends. You just need to have somebody with you. There are people who are going to use you. There are going to be people who will, you know, who will make fun of you, and it's okay. I mean, that's them. It shouldn't bother you at all. School is just for a few years and then you're out and you won't see them ever again. It's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard. Trust me. Like, I was depressed since 8th grade till the end of, like, I almost gave up when I was in 12th grade. I was like, you know what, that's it. Either I check out from this world or I drop out from 12th grade, because I almost dropped out from 12th. My last year of high school, I was dropping out. I wasn't able to, because it just felt like I was so overwhelmed. I wasn't able to focus. Everything was annoying me. Looking at people, just, I don't know. I think it took a toll on me to the point I was just wasn't able to cope with things. And especially when you don't have anybody and you're at that phase, you're obviously, it's gonna drag you down deeper than you thought it would. And that's all I have for this video. I wanted to like talk more, but these were the points that I thought of. I hope my my throwback would make you feel that I'm not the only one. But yeah, you're not the only one. Everyone goes through things, so yeah, you just need to hold yourself together. So that's all I have. I mean, of course, you can talk about your experiences or what you could have done better, or what you could have done in high school or school. If I get a comment saying, you should have done this or you should have done that, listen, I graduated from school 5 years ago, or maybe 6, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago. I cannot go back and change things. Even if there was a time machine, I wouldn't go back, because changing the timeline would change where I am right now, and I don't want to do that. In a way, I'm grateful for whatever happened, because if those things didn't happen, I wouldn't be as strong as I am right now, or who I am right now. So yeah, not everything is meant to hurt you. If things go downhill, I believe that things happen for a reason, whether it's good or bad. I know some things are not meant to be, but life is unfair. If something bad happens to you, even if you didn't want it, there's nothing you can do. You just have to accept it. So yeah, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. It gave you some insight of my life. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. Comment, share, subscribe if you're new. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram and Twitter. My @ is Potatotatata. And I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye!